What up? It's Bones, and in this video, I'm gonna show off some custom work I did on a Spawn figure. Now, I've recently been doing a lot of custom work. I know you guys can't tell, but all around me I have body parts and paints and brushes, and I'm a big procrastinator, so I've been putting it off. But I've finally been doing work these last couple days, and finally finishing up little projects. That way I could move on to other things. But let's talk about this one today. It is going to be a Spawn figure custom that I made. Now, I picked up this figure online for like $8, but it was just the figure only. I know this is a release from McFarlane. I think it's Series 24, Hell Spawns, something like that. I know he comes with like a big arsenal of guns, like a big, giant gun assembly, but this one didn't come with that. He also comes with a little stand, like a little rock stand, but he didn't come with that as well. Like I said, I picked them up really cheap, $8. And usually when I do things like this, I don't really have a plan. I just like get the figure and then start figuring out, what I want to do. So basically on this one, I did get the Spawn figure. I had some wings from an extra Batman Who Laughs Tyrant. And then I had another little like stand from an old McFarlane figure that I didn't use that has like some skulls and bones on it. So now this is what I've come up with. It's taken me a while, but I finally finished it. Let's take a look at it. Now this is a more slender Spawn figure from like when they only had very little articulation. But I did randomly, Mod Podge this together. And basically first I drilled some holes in the back and installed the wings. And of course these wings were like solid gray, and I added a little bit of white to give it some contrast. Now you can still articulate the wings and get them, moved around the way you like them. Really happy the way it came out. And that's just one part of this figure. Now I did repaint them. I added white where it was like really, really like discolored, which was the mask and the Malboja emblem in the front, down to the skull. All those I added a little bit of mixture of white just to raise it up a little bit because you couldn't see it as much as before. And then these limbs, the left side was not painted really at all, but the right side was. But I went ahead and added like a shiny copper color just to give it some, pop, because it was like a really bland, like dour figure. Like it didn't have any color at all. I did paint up his eyes with a glow in the dark greens, which gives it like a neon green color. And then I did move down to the boots and gave it a little bit of brushing where I wanted to of the copper, but didn't like completely paint it all in except for some areas. But it came out pretty nice. Now also I had this sword left over from, it might have been like a Green Lantern figure because it's like a clear green sword. But I also repainted this. I did leave like the little circle in the middle of it clear. That way like it shines green, and if you put light through it, it's still translucent. So that was a pretty nice touch. So that's his sword combo with the wings. Pretty nice. I mean, I'm happy to work on it and then get past it. That way I can move on to other projects that I have. But here's a little stand that I had. It had some skull and bones on it. And then of course he has peg holes there. So you just peg that in. And then he just stands there. Like I said, real short video just to show. Also in the back I did dry wash it white to give it, to raise it up a little bit. All the feather sculpture that it has. I ended up really happy with it. This will go where I have all my Spawn figures in like a cubby over there. And like I said before, bought them real cheap. Just found parts to work with them and then painted them. And then now he'll go up there with my Spawn collection. So anyways, guys, you guys keep hunting out there, keep collecting, keep customizing, And I will see you on the next one.